We give it any website, for example, a Windows store in Texas. We launch our agent, and it becomes our sales manager. It's analyzing the website. It analyzes its clients, analyzes competitors, and now it's going to give us information about what it has understood. And look, it already knows what our business is about. Next, it offers us several options. It's ready to play the roles of seller and buyer with us. The famous Sell Me This pen test. It's ready to sell us Windows. There will be a big dialogue here. But the most important thing is that it did it. How long did it take? In just a minute, it analyzed competitors, clients, read forums, checked your website, assessed its capabilities, and figured out what you can sell. And it did all of this in just 1 minute. That's an incredible speed. You can show this to anyone. Just send a link to your friend or acquaintance. And it did it in a second. And the most important thing is that today, you'll build it yourself with me, without writing a single line of code, without any deep understanding of how an LLM model works, and so on. What we need is practical use of artificial intelligence, not a scientific one. Let's start from the beginning. I'll delete everything. Let's do it that way. Let me log out of my account. And I'll create a new account and show you how to set it up from scratch. So, we're registering a new account. Enter any name you like. Enter any email address. Just make sure you can repeat it later. You won't be able to copy and paste it to repeat though. So be careful when you come up with your email. Alright. Enter any data here. It's really great that you don't need any phone numbers, cards, or even email confirmation. That's something we're usually used to by now. Our new space has been created. It's all very fast. Look, it'll be set up in literally a minute or a minute and a half. You can't skip the questions here, so just answer them quickly. Just pick the first thing that comes up. And I'll show you how it works. Today we're going to import a template, which is also a pretty quick and simple method. So everything will be really fast today. I don't know, it'll take 5 to 7 minutes at most. And you'll have exactly the same AI agent, which will be on your Telegram channel, on your Telegram account, and you can chat with it, show it to your friends and acquaintances, or use it for yourself, because as you saw, the working agent really provides value. It analyzes both your competitors and your clients. So we're starting from scratch. Let's create our automation. To do this, after uploading, we're going to import our agent now. We're importing it from here. There are a lot of agents here. Here, we're importing it. Here's our agent. This is what it looks like. When you log in for the first time, you'll see the same exclamation marks, indicating that you need to connect your Telegram account. How do you connect a new Telegram account? Let's do it. We need to go to the Botfather bot. Alright, now I'll show you here how it's all done. Here's the link to it. You go to it and create a new bot. Create a new bot. Again, you can name it whatever you want here. I'll give it a pretty simple name. And most importantly, add the word bot at the end. So look, in 30 seconds we've created a new bot, and what we're interested in here is this API key. You click on it once, and a new API key is generated for you. Then we go over here and create a new connection. It's very simple and straightforward. We paste it into this field. Just copy and paste. And so, it tests the connection between Telegram and n8n, and look, it worked. Yes, the first node is ready. Let's create the second node. This node is responsible for sending messages back to us. Here, we don't need to click anything. It automatically set up our Telegram account that we connected. So, we've already completed half of the agent. The next thing we need to move on to is the reasoning model. We can get 100 free credits even without any API connections. Let's give it a try. Let's click on this. Alright, now our model is connected. Now let's test what we've got. Let's just say hello to it. To do this, we go back to BotFather and select the name of our bot. It's at the top. Click right here. Here, we need to try to activate it, and it's waiting for our command. Let's press start. This is how it responds to us according to the given prompt. What is a given prompt? Where is it specified? If we go inside the agent, we have a description of what we want it to do. In this field, it says that we want it to be our sales manager. Its instructions are described here, how we want it to communicate. We want it to analyze our clients and competitors and give us a response in a format that's convenient for us. That's why it does exactly what's written in its system message field. But you need to know one nuance. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, you can't connect everything at once in n8n. For example, you can't connect internet search to it. Well, that's just how it is. So, for internet searches, we use a special node. It's called this. It's a special module that helps us and calls another agent. What does that mean? It means we need to connect the internet separately through another space. Don't worry. It will be just as easy as setting up the agent you just did. To do this, we click Save and then go on to create a second space. And here, once again, we import another agent. This is a small agent that performs just one simple function. It only searches the internet. That's it. But there's one catch. To search the internet, it also needs a key, just like before. Just like you made a key for Telegram, sometimes you might need to make a key for ChatGPT. We also need a key for Perplexity. Let me show you how. You need to go to the Perplexity section, API Keys. The link will be below the video. And on this link, when you follow it, you'll need to click Create Key. It will ask you to register first, but it's all free. You won't have to spend any money on this. You just create a new key. I'll delete this key. In any case, you'll need to click to create a new key, and with the new key, you'll be able to paste it into this field. I'll show you now. Open this one for me here. Well, you don't really need all this right now, but this is how you set up the connection between n8n and Perplexity. And right here you see, in this field, where it starts after the barrier. You need to paste the key starting from here. This key should start right from here. If you look, this key exactly matches this key. So you just copy it and paste it into this field. Because by the time you watch this video, this key will already have been deleted and won't work anymore. So, after you paste this key here, this entire node will start working. Let me briefly explain how it works. It works like this. When our main agent, the one located right here, makes a request to the internet, this function is triggered. This function takes us to our second workspace, which activates it, and it passes the request to Perplexity. If we look inside, it sends the request to Perplexity, and after that, it returns the data to us in a specific format, and then sends the data back to our first agent. We have the option to save. With this first one, oops, my mistake. With this first agent. Let's see how it works. We need to save everything first. Let's check. Our second agent is all set. You don't need to activate it, as it gets activated when it receives a request from another agent. So let's go to our main workflow and activate it. For that, let's give it. I just picked some other site here, the first one I found. There we go. Let's activate it and test it out. So we give it the links. Let's see if it can access the internet. You see, it ran into some technical difficulties that prevent it from checking what this website is. Let's check. It says here that it couldn't establish a connection. Let's see why. What's the reason? We need to switch to the second connection then. Actually, we do need to select this connection. It's not enough to just click, as you can see. And here, we need to specify that the model will automatically select the parameters. Let's try again. So, it's trying to identify, it ticks the data, and that's it. The data is there. Look, you see, we just fixed the error. That was simple and easy, and no code was needed. Let's repeat it again. Copy? No. Copying. Nope. Click on testing. It connects and should give us a response. And then you see, look, it figured out what this site is and what it does. Searching, let's compare. Yes, that's exactly right. And then we can continue chatting with our agent, and it will respond to us depending on what's set in its prompt. Right now, I'm clicking like this every time. We can just click once to activate it. And then we won't need to click it every time anymore. So let's see what it replied. Well, we don't know the target audience, but we can assume it did it correctly. If you're the site owner, you can probably guess, right? And then it offers you some roles again, evaluates the campaign, and so on. Chat with it. It can talk to you for a long time, showing what kind of sales manager it is. So, to build such a sales manager, it took us 10 minutes, including fixing one of the errors quickly and easily. If you want to import an agent like this just as easily, go to our platform, where we explain simply and clearly how to import agents, what kinds of agents there are, and how easy it is to sell them. Because, well, you can see the prices for yourself, which businesses they're for, in which industries they're best used, and so on. We also provide training for personal use, for personal productivity assistance, starting from scratch up to certain levels where you can figure things out on your own. Accordingly, this level allows you to create more complex agent systems yourself, and you can learn both to sell and to create agents on your own. So I'm glad that we were able to put together such a simple yet effective agent demonstration with you. It was a pleasure to share this with you. All the best, and goodbye.